Welcome to the Health Leader Podcast, the podcast for bodywork practitioners seeking inspiration and knowledge. Hi, I'm Alicia Crook, and together with James Crook and Christine Knox, we'll explore the art, science, and stories behind healing touch. Join us as we uncover the diverse modalities, techniques, and innovations shaping the future of bodywork. Get ready to expand your skills, connect with a vibrant community, and unlock the hidden gems of this transformative practice. This is the Health Leader Co., where we illuminate the power of touch and embark on a journey of discovery and growth. In this Our Power to Choose episode today, I am joined by my guest, Lisa Elwell. Lisa is an amazing remedial massage therapist and PT who runs an amazing business in Perth, Body Balance and Wellness Massage. She has 3 incredible arms to her business. She has a face-to-face clinic. They offer seated massage in a corporate setting, and they also do something super interesting, which is fly-in, fly-out massage. So she's been able to secure some contracts through the mining industry. What I love about Lisa's journey is that she did not wake up one day and decide that she was a super confident, incredible CEO. Has actually been an incredible journey and process over a number of years. And so she's going to share with you her story of the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs and the challenges. And I'm really excited to share with you in this episode about our power to choose, which is the opportunity to choose the meaning that we attach to the things that happen. And Lisa has an incredible way to reframe the challenges she's experienced to help her grow in her confidence. Hi, Lisa, and welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good. It's so wonderful to have you on this podcast. You have been on the waiting list for quite some time as we've been redoing these episodes and launching the next season. So I'm very excited that you are our first guest in this season's podcast. So welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
So Lisa, do you want to share a little bit about your journey into massage, maybe throughout your career? It has been a minute. You have done a lot of things in your time. So I'd love it if you want to share a bit about your journey and your story.
Yeah, so I started off as a personal trainer in the fitness industry for 13 years. I wanted another way to try to help people. I worked on the mines as a personal trainer as well in WA, worked in the fly in, fly out, as we call it, on the mine sites to help people up there. And I wanted another way to help people. So I decided to do my massage course, and I just still started to really, really enjoy massage. And as I was on the mines, I thought, there's like a space here. People want more health and wellness up on the mine sites in the middle of WA. And I thought there was just like a gap in the market, but now that nothing ever came about. And so I just went on my own way doing PT, and then I was massaging at home as well. And I kind of just had enough of the fitness industry. I was a bit bored, and I really started to enjoy massage more. So I thought I would start my own business. I've always wanted to have my own business, but I didn't really know how to run a business. I knew how to massage. I didn't really know how to run a business. So that's actually when I engaged with you guys and go, hey, I actually need some help in running a business. So I kind of slowly transitioned from the fitness industry into massage full time. I was still working away on the mines in the fitness industry, but when I was home, I was massaging, working with you guys, trying to build up my business in massage. And eventually I just had too many clients that I had to finally quit the mines and the fitness industry and go all in on my business and the massage. And it's just really just grown from there. It's been 6 years now in business, which has gone really, really fast. But yeah, my business has just completely expanded over that time.
That's incredible. It's so exciting to hear. I mean, obviously, having been part of your journey, I know some of the backstory, but it's so amazing to be able to think about where you were working part-time, FIFO and part-time or full-time FIFO and part-time massage, to then seeing you transition and, have the big, I'm going to quit this quarter, it's time, which is awesome. So then do you want to share what it is that you're working on at the moment? Because you're still running your massage business from home. You've got a home-based clinic. And do you want to share a bit about what's happening at the moment and what you're kind of working working towards?
Yeah, so at the moment, I have a home-based business. We have 2 rooms. We have a reception room and then 2 massage rooms. There's currently 3 of us working from this space, and I've just signed a offer to lease for a commercial space in Melbourne, which is great. So we're working and building towards building more of the team here, as well as getting into that commercial space, because I've definitely had enough of it being in my house as I've grown the business. And then so that's the Coburn and the Perth clinic in that sector. I also have another sector, which is the mining sector. So like I mentioned before, I was in the fitness industry in the mines, and now I had the opportunity through my connections of bringing remedial massage onto the mine sites as well. So that's a whole nother area that I'm also working on. Basically, we have 4 mine sites now that we go up. So the therapists fly up each week, go up there, treat the people on the camps, look after them for 3 days, and then they fly home as well. So they still get their weekends and everything like that. But yeah, that's a lot to kind of communicate and work with the big mining companies, and we're hoping to expand through that space as well.
Wow, so you've got 4 mine sites now.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And do you have a therapist for each site?
Yes, so a therapist on every site. So they're just dedicated there. So they usually fly up on a Monday morning and then massage all day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and then fly back to Perth on Thursday mornings. And the flights are usually like anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours, because WA is big.
That's incredible, and such an incredible opportunity, and it's very different to a lot of, there's not many people I know doing this, so it is very, very different to how a lot of people run clinics. And obviously you've got your face-to-face clinic in Perth, and then the FIFOs as well. So I'm imagining that there would have been a few setbacks. You don't just kind of walk out of the mining industry and go, okay, I'm going to start my own business, yay, and then it all just sort of magically happens. Do you want to tell us a bit about what are some of the challenges that you've experienced in creating and setting up these mine sites and throughout your business journey?
Yeah, probably the biggest one was my own self-belief and confidence. Like, I knew that this is what I wanted to do, but to have that actual confidence that I can do this was probably the biggest setback. I don't really think it's setback. I think it more is like a challenge, right? So yeah, that was probably the biggest struggle for me. And I think to help me combat that is working with professionals and working a lot on my mindset. Like when I first started with you guys, I just thought, oh yeah, they're going to teach me some business stuff and some structure and systems and procedures. I didn't realize it was going to be a whole thing about mindset. That's probably the thing that I needed most, because in business, if you don't have that self-belief and that confidence, that's really what can stop you moving forward with your business. Especially with the mining, I knew that there was a gap, and this is what the mining industry needed. And when I got the opportunity, and they presented it to me, I had no idea what I was doing, but I just said yes. I was like, sure, I'll do it. Well, I'm sure I'll figure it out later. And on that way, it has been a lot of, I suppose, challenges, because it's had to push me out of my comfort zone of I'm sometimes a people pleaser, and I like everyone to be happy, and I've had to learn to really stand up for myself, stand up for my business, to ensure that we have a successful business on the mines as well. So I feel like a lot of it's more around myself. Like if you have your own business, you have to work on yourself with your own self-belief, your own confidence, because when you have that will help, grow your business immensely.
Yeah, absolutely. So for you, when you are working through something, so let's say you've discovered a mindset block that's come up, whether it's confidence or not knowing how to move forward, what agreements do you make with yourself when you're in the struggle?
To reach out to somebody, to either, if I have a coach, reach out to them. I have some business besties as well, so to reach out to them, because sometimes you can't think clearly in those times of struggle or the messy times, and sometimes you just need to be able to bounce some things off people and let it off your chest so you can move quickly through it, because I've very much had those moments of stress, crying, overwhelm, and that's okay to have those times, but you don't want to stay in those places. So once you've moved through that, then making sure that you have the right people around you to help support you and help basically turn your mind around, like, okay, so this has happened. How can I move through this? What do I need to do to move forward and to get to the next level?
Yeah, definitely. Being able to ask for help, being willing to ask for help, number one, and then actually supporting yourself with the right people around you that have similar values and have similar results in business. I think
Yeah.
there's some really important aspects of being able to do that. What do you get to learn about yourself in the struggle, Lisa?
I learned that over the years, obviously, you can look back after you've pushed through the struggle and learn from them. But I feel like every struggle has actually been there for a purpose. So I've needed that struggle to get to the next level. So, for example, recently I've been learning a lot on my financials and really understanding my financials. And it was a big eye opener that I was like, things need to change here. And one of the things that I needed to do was go back to the mining company and ask for more money. And it was a big jump. But I knew I needed to do it. But that there was just a whole lot of stress for me because things came into my head like, oh, they're not going to agree to this much money. They're going to kick me off site because it's too much. And because I didn't hear from them for about 2 months. So things in mining happen really slow. So then in my head, I was like building this up. I was really quite stressed. And finally, they came through when we came to an agreement. But I knew that had to be a challenge to get me to the next level and where I would like to go with my business. Because if I didn't have that, I don't think I could have continued much more in the mining industry because we needed more money to cover costs and expenses and stuff like that. So in that sense, that was such a big challenge at the time, but I could see now that every challenge is actually for me, that I needed to have that challenge so I could actually step up to the next level as a business owner, as a manager, as a boss. So, yeah.
Those stepping stones, those challenges and setbacks are often they are our stepping stones to the next thing, getting outside our comfort zone, being prepared to be uncomfortable, and then being able to go, all right, well, if this is where I want to go, like, are you sure? Are you really sure? Like, yes, I'm really sure. Now pay me more. I don't know I know what I deserve to be paid, and I know what I need to be paid, and actually, we're going to do this. And it's profound, I think, to be able to have the confidence to do that and to back yourself and go and not buy into the stories that we tell ourselves, because it's sometimes story time is, it seems so real and so true in our minds, but actually those stories are often, when you look at them in reality check them, they're not at all helpful or realistic even, because
Yeah.
it's just stories we're making up based on our own beliefs.
Yeah, and I haven't built this confidence without going through all that stuff, and having all that self belief has come from going through the challenges and working on myself and stuff like that. So that's all just come through going through everything in business. You don't just suddenly wake up and you're suddenly confident and you know what you're doing.
No, it's something you do have to work towards. So knowing what you know now, what would you change or tell yourself differently when you very first stepped into running your own business?
I would actually embrace the challenges and not get into my head so much and just really just embrace them. This is working for you and this is to help you move to the next level, and just have that belief that, and to help my mindset a little bit more, and just go, yeah, embrace the challenges and know that they're actually working for you to help you get to the next level.
Yeah, rather than resisting. And
Yes.
sort of like, I think sometimes we can have an assumption that if there's resistance and it's hard, then I mustn't be doing the right thing. But I
Yes.
think actually what I'm hearing is, when there's resistance and it's hard, you're actually leaning into the next thing.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, nice. So who do you think you've got to become as a result of this incredible growth journey that you've been on?
I think I've been able to become the CEO that I've wanted to be. I have grown as a boss as well over this time, and I've been able to help the miners, like the people up on the mines, been able to grow that space and let them learn about their bodies more and more, but also be the supportive boss for my employees as well, be that support for them and know that they can be in a work environment that they are supported, that I will try to be there for whatever they need. And I don't think I could be that boss without going through all the challenges that I have over the years. Like, I'm a different boss from when I first had my first employer to now as well.
Yeah. And what do you think is the greatest impact you have on the miners and your staff with the learnings that you've gained?
With the staff, I think it's that the way I am and the person that I am, they see and they reflect that. And I have, like, my employees do say that I am an inspiration to them. And that's really, it is like humbling to hear, but I think it's who I'm being and just showing them who I am. That's the impact that I'm having, because then they see that and they're like, oh, okay. And they have that trust in me as well. On the mining, I think it's showing them, because some of the mines, they have like the older age bracket as well, some of them, and some of them have never had massage. I wouldn't even really know what massage is, right? They're like, how do I explain? Some of them are like the old school Aussie kind of blokes. It is definitely a lot more females, but like Aussie kind of blokes that don't really look after their bodies. So we've had so many people that have never had massage before, and they've tried it on the mine sites for the first time. They're like, oh my God, this is what it's like to have a normal body. Like, being able to have a great impact like that and changing people's perspectives of what massage is amazing.
Yeah, and it's so exciting. Some of my favourite people were the older guys who would come in with their arms across their chest, and they'd be like, I'm like, okay, so what are we working on today? Like, I don't know, my wife sent me in. Obviously not on the mine side, but they were my favourites because I was so resistant to this young whippersnapper being able to help them. And yet the impact it made on their bodies, as you say, was unbelievable, because they were like, I just thought I was having all these pains and that were normal, because this is how I feel normally. I didn't realize that it could be helped. Like, geez, you're firm, love, because they can. I think over a certain age you can get away with calling someone that.
We had this incident, well, not even incident, but Jani, one of my massage therapists at on the mines, it was her first week, and I was sitting at reception desk and she was still with somebody, and he comes in and he's just quite rude and just say, I need to start my massage at this time because I have to go to work. And I was like, okay, yeah, no worries, that's fine. And I thought in my head, oh my God, he's going to be hard work. He's just rude and abrupt. But I didn't mention it to her because it was her first week. I'll just like play it out. And then she finished the massage with him. She comes out and all I hear was him apologizing to her and saying, I'm so sorry. I was so rude for you. I just didn't think that you were going to be able to help me. No offense, but you're a female, so I just didn't know how you were going to help me, but you were amazing. So he basically... she turned him around in that 45 minutes in that massage, and he now is her biggest fan and tells everybody about the massage. So like, it's like such an achievement to be able to turn someone's day around, thinking he was so grumpy and rude, to like loving her and loving the massage and now telling everybody about it.
Yeah. And that's what we do, right? That's the power of physical touch. The power of body work is to bring joy and ease back into our bodies.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes because I obviously focus on the business side of things and I love mindset and all those beautiful things. And sometimes it's like, what's the point? The whole purpose is to be able to create a greater impact by doing more body work, because that's the whole purpose, is to be able to help others. And just to be able to see that, whether that is in a local clinic or whether that is on a FIFO site, just people experiencing more ease. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Lisa, is there anything else that you would like to share with us in your journey over the last 6 years in business?
Just know that, like, if you have this deep within knowing that this is what you're supposed to do in, like, for example, have your own business, have your mass business, or help people, if that's exactly what you want to do deep down in your gut, you know that that's what you want to do, then nothing will stop you, even through the challenges, even through the setbacks. That's literally what you'll hold on to, is that this is what I'm supposed to be doing and nothing will stop me. So what do I need to do to move forward? So I think that that's what's helped me the most through those challenging times and those setbacks, is that knowing deep down that this is what I'm supposed to do. And so whatever comes at me doesn't really matter. It won't waver me.
Yeah. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing your story,
No
and for just to be able to feel and hear the passion you have for what it is that you do. It just literally exudes out of you, and I know that that is by design. It didn't just happen overnight. It's something that you've worked on, and you can feel it, you can see it, and you can hear it as you share your story. So thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
You've been listening to the Health Leader Podcast, hosted by James and Alicia Crook, together with Christine Knox, business coaches and modality mentors for massage and manual therapy. Elevate your hands-on skill and your practice to get incredible results at the Health Leader Co. Jump onto Facebook or Instagram and look for the Health Leader Co to connect. Also, please go to iTunes and rate us 5 stars so that even more people can access this podcast.